Okay, I'm doing a Etsy review, a shop review for Healing Heart Design Company by Wendy Bryant. All right, Sheila, I'm looking at your shop and actually I just jumped in. I hadn't even looked around. I have a couple things I like to look at. First is your banner and then your little design right here. This is adorably cute. I don't mind your banner. A suggestion would be to possibly lighten it, like put a filter over it or lighten it in Canva. There's a way that you can kind of lighten the background to make it not so bright, and then maybe put over it right here. I'm going to show y'all something. I saw this, guys. I kind of really like this. It's him working in the background. This is kind of what I was talking about, with some tools and, things like that. I don't know if it's him or not. I really don't, but I do love the picture. And I love this right here, this over. Love iPhone or iPad, hate dirty screens. He kind of, is inviting you in. He's kind of giving you, and you could do something like that. That's really cool. Or you could just put your shop name or um, something about your shop or whatever, but I really kind of like this. I probably would have even lightened this photo in the background just a little bit, but just a thought. Okay, creating charming upcycle clothing from the heart. I like that. That's cool. I do think that, you have some keywords in there. Creating, charming, upcycle clothing, heart. Those are great for Google. So I would leave that. Definitely. Let's look at, see your about page. Yep, there's nothing about you. So you definitely need to go in there because remember I said Etsy will not rank you if you don't have those things filled out. Let's scroll to the bottom real quick. Sorry, I'm not trying to make y'all dizzy. Okay. Welcome. Thank you for looking at my one-of-a-kind upcycle clothing. Okay, announcement. This is a great place right here to put more about your shop and just different things. I would take advantage of it. A lot of people read it, I promise. And okay, well right here, this is cool. You do have this. So that is there, but for some reason it's not showing up in this section, which you really need to figure out. There's something there. I can't think off the top of my head, but you should be able to adjust that, and so when someone clicks on it, it tells them more about you. All right, so your featured items, there's one missing, so I definitely would jump in there and attach that. Definitely some thoughts as I look. I'm looking at your photos, which I really believe could, be from further back, and it would show the whole photo in the whole dress in the photo, or the whole tunic, whatever it is, and maybe brighten that up just a little. I don't know if you use a when I upload my photos, I use a camera. Sometimes I use my iPhone, but I much rather a nice camera I use, and I upload them onto my Mac, and then I'm able to adjust them in iPhoto. But if you don't have a Mac, maybe the computer you have would have something on there to adjust those photos. But if you are using your iPhone, a lot of times the new iPhones have it to where you can adjust the brightness right there, and you can also edit afterwards. So consider some of that. You do have a lot of detailed photos that actually show the details, which is great. You have a lot of photos. That's awesome. Let's look over here. Large Tinkerbell, bell sleeves, linen top, feminine, fun, embellished. Okay, so let's just look at this. Maybe you could go, I'm just thinking, large Tinkerbell upcycled linen shirt or linen top or linen, whatever. So large Tinkerbell upcycled linen top. And then put a comma. And then put bell sleeves or green and purple bell sleeves shirt. You can use shirt in there. And then come with your feminine, fun, embellished shirt. Something like that. Etsy is asking us to put long, instead of just one word or two words, they want it to be longer, okay, before you put that comma. So just make changes like that. I really believe you're going to see, a lot of, when you make those changes, you're going to see more people in your shop, more eyes in your shop. Materials, recycled fabrics, lace trim, embellishments, fancy stitches. Yep. Okay, that's all great. Description. Okay. Size extra large, that's great. So what I would do is change this up a little to look like, let me just get to my shop right there. Okay, so I'm just going to click on one of these things and see what we got. All right, so now you can kind of see, I do have a short description at the top. It don't take up a lot of space, and so when you click on it, you can actually see my measurements and stuff, and that's what I want to see. Before you click on it, you can actually see that. So size medium to large, bust, I put the bust, will stretch a lot. Okay, this one does, or not, will not stretch. Hips were free, so if you need to put your hip measurements in, and then your length. Okay, and I think that's going to clarify. This is hard to look at. I want to see immediately what I'm looking at. Okay, chest is 25 inches across front. So if it's 25 inches across the front, that means it's 50. So what I put right here is 25 inches across front, laying flat. I just kind of specify that a little bit more. The waist is free. Okay, nothing about the hips are free. Well, I'm not sure how free these hips are. And so someone looking at it, it doesn't look like they are. So I would clarify that to what, how many inches. Because when someone's buying this, they might need to know so they can make sure it's going to fit them before they purchase it. And I would go in and put more of a description after this. You remember that you're building a relationship with your customers, and so they want to know about you. They want to know more. They want to know where they could wear it. What would it pair well with? Just things like that. Just try to think like you're writing an article and you're describing this to them, because they can't feel it or touch it. So think about like that when you would do it. I think that will help you a lot. Okay, and so you could come over here and look at your review. You have one, which is fine. You're just starting out. Well, you could go look at my shop or other people's shop and see what they say about this. This is so cute and well made. Well made. Okay, here we go. I bought it for my adult daughter, and she proudly wore it while she made Thanksgiving dinner. Shipping was very reasonable and quite fast. Okay, so well made. So you could put that in there. Well made, linen top, something like that. So look through reviews and see what people say about upcycled clothing and what they like. And that can kind of help you and guide you when you're making, your description right here. Ready to ship in 1 to 3 business days. Yep, I love that. Mine says that too. Cost to ship is free. That's what I do. View shop policies. Okay, there's no shop policies. So that's where you need to go in and do that, because Etsy's not going to rank you. They're just going to leave you hanging until you get all that done, because they do not want to promote, shops that don't have policies or about sections and things like that. So I would definitely fix that. Okay, so let's just jump back over for a second and just kind of look. I think we talked about the banner and that, that's adorable, and maybe something that flows. I think if you muted this a little bit and then put something right there, I think it would work. Even since it's healing heart design, even if it was something with hearts, or you could change up, from time to time. Over here, upcycle clothing, I would definitely add some more categories. I'm sure you know that and you're just getting started and you hadn't done that yet. But I mean, just, maybe extra large, or I do small to extra large, and then I do plus size. But some people actually break it down: small, medium, large. I don't do that. Definitely take your pictures from further away and brighten them up. I think a lot of these straighter type tunics, I'm gonna be honest with you, they're hard to sell because they just can't picture what it looks like on their body. And then once they get them on their body, they're so cute. They're so adorable cute. I see you have, oh, you see how that is just adorable? So this is the pictures. You need to put it on a mannequin since you have one. And you need to have those as your first picture, but they need to be from further away so people can see the whole picture. Okay. So this says lovely dress tunic, dressy upside. Okay, so here we go. All this needs to be changed. It needs to be, if you want to use lovely, you can, but I doubt people search for that. Just in my experience, I've seen what people search for. So you could change that, and you could put green, floral, upcycled dress. And then you could put dressy tunic, or dressy upcycled tunic, or dressy, floral tunic, whatever. And then you could put, instead of sleeved, I would put just sleeve. I would take that D off, 3/4, a 3/4 sleeve. I'm just trying to think of, what people think about or what they search. Okay, so yep, so here we go. So it's under clothing, women's clothing, tops and tees. I don't know if tunic is part of that, but you need 13 tags after this. Okay, so if this is your category, then you get 13 after that, and you have to use them, because if not, Etsy penalizes you for that. So you need to go look at my listings, look at other people's listings in the group, and see what they're using. Go look at other upcycled clothing and see, some of those. I know I put a file in the group that shows all that, shows a lot of suggestions. So you could put, and they like you to put more than one word. So you could put large dress, or large tunic, or large green tunic if it'll fit. It gives you so many letter count. Upcycled tunic, just lacy. I'm trying to think if that was lacy. I don't think so. No. So it was just probably copied from another one. So I would fix that and take the lacy out, because it's not. You don't want to waste that tag. I think, once you start fixing all these issues, then, your shop's going to be seen a lot more, a lot more. And I definitely would put your items on a mannequin. I think they would show better on a mannequin because of the style that they are. I really, really do. Or on a person, because I think they would look so much cuter on than just hanging. Some clothes you can get away with them just hanging on a hanger and they look great, but then others you don't. And maybe change the angle that you're shooting at. You know, maybe get down and look up like, oh my goodness, wow, look at this. What a beautiful, funky, funky jacket. Yeah, you need to definitely put these on a mannequin. This looks totally different than this. I mean, look at the difference. So different. I would have never, ever thought that it looked like it does here. So, yep, that's your problem if you're not getting views. Well, a lot of the problem is because you don't have the rest of your shop in order, you know, like Etsy likes it. But I like this background. There's nothing wrong with that. It's funky. I like it. I would just move the camera back. Hopefully you have room to move back. I don't know what's on the side. Maybe you cropped it because there's stuff on the side you don't want in the picture. But yeah, you definitely need it on a mannequin. All right, I think that's a great start. I'm sure there's a lot more. But once you get those things done, then I will go back and we will do another shop review to get you even further along. But great start. I mean, you know, you just have to start somewhere. And it's helpful to have someone who's walked that road before, you know, to give you some pointers. And I'm here just to help. I'm not here to criticize, I promise. I promise. But I've been there. I've walked that road, and so I kind of know a few things, you know, to suggest. So I hope this helps. And when you get all these done, finished, then just holler at me and we will do another review.